think there's a couple people in the audience that want to hold your hand as well. All right. So why did you pick that song?
That's not really the song I picked to sing, but I mean it's a good song. So
why'd you change your mind?
I was originally going to sing "Twist and Shout" because I thought it was a little funner and I could get into it a little more. But then I didn't know for sure that it had to be written by the Beatles, even though that song was originally put out by the Beatles on their first album. So I just found out yesterday, or the day before, that I was going to sing that song. So I messed up a couple times, but it was all right.
Are you a Beatles fan?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Who ain't? I mean, the Beatles, you got them.
Good answer.
Legends.
Now, Arron, first of all, let me just say I think you did a really great job considering you started getting ready for this yesterday. With that short a time to practice, I think that you did an outstanding job. Do you feel that the Beatles were a stretch from what you have normally done in this competition?
I thought last week I went out a little on a limb from what I had been usually doing, and this week's kind of like that. I mean, I ain't going to go out and sing the Beatles in my car, but, you know, I guess it works, whatever.
Judges, what do you think about Arron Haney's performance?
Since I wasn't here the last time, Arron, they're going to let me start. I'm very glad to see that you took my advice from a couple of shows ago where I said you needed to get a little more comfortable on stage, work the crowd a little more, step out from behind the guitar, and I heard that you had done that the last time, and tonight I think you've done that again. The couple of times that you messed up, you were able to work the crowd and bring them into what you were doing, and because of that, nobody noticed that you messed up. Did a good job tonight.
Arron, when I was thinking about songs that you might actually choose for this competition, this is one of the ones that was on my list. So I'm glad to see that you chose it. I think it's a song that does work well for you. And as you got warmed up and more comfortable, you really began to rock and roll, I think, and really made that song your own. I think it works for you. So I enjoyed the performance as well. Good job.
Yeah, let's clap for her.
Beatles definitely isn't your forte, but that's okay. I'm going to have to take exception to Gina because you weren't quite as flashy as last time. You really worked the crowd last time. You really had stage presence. And today was okay, but not the stage presence I was expecting with a Beatles song. You still did okay with the song.
Arron, I understand, I have not been here before, but I understand that you have typically done country performances in the past, and I think it's both a tribute to the flexibility of the Beatles music as well as your own performance, that this was sort of I sort of sensed a little bit of a countrified version of I Want to Hold Your Hand, which I really kind of liked. Admittedly, a little trouble with some of the high notes. Everybody has trouble with the high notes. Even the Beatles had trouble with the high notes from time to time. But I really like the performance. I Want to Hold Your Hand is one of my favorite Beatles songs. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to say that about every song we hear tonight, but it really is one of my favorites. And it's okay if you're not going to sing the Beatles in your car, because I'll go home and sing the Beatles in my car. So we balance each other out.
All right. Thank you very much, Arron Haney. We really pointed out what a big Beatles fan and why Dr. Simmel is here today as our guest judge. He really is a huge Beatles fan. If you ever happen to cruise down the communications hallway and just like see his office, he's like Beatles expert. So, all right, up next we're going to hear from Monica Fields.